Thank you very much, Chair. Can I start actually by thanking members, and in particular my proposer and seconder, for re-electing me as the leader of this council. It is a great privilege to hold this role, and I will continue to do all that I can to improve both the lives and the livelihoods of the residents of Surrey. But welcome, Mr. Chairman, to your new role. The role of Chairman of this council is an important one, not just to maintain order in meetings like this and ensure the smooth running of the democratic process, but to represent this organisation, its members and its historic standing in the county. And Mr. Chairman, your specific tenure will be even more important as usual, as we've noted, as you're likely to be the last chairman of this fine council. As we head towards reorganisation in Surrey, it is important that this council ends well, celebrates its achievements and its history, and I'm sure you will play a vital role in that endeavour. As long as I've known you, you have been a stalwart of your community, selfless in your actions on behalf of the people you serve and support, and I very much look forward to your time as chair. It has not been long since we met here together to discuss our proposal for local government reorganisation in Surrey. I can confirm that the submission has been made to government and we await their feedback. I have to accept that some have wanted to paint an alternative picture of this process, but it should be made clear that the submission was a recommendation from this council. It was based on evidence, experience and local support from partners across the system, sent to government to inform their decision. We've worked hard to form that proposal to deliver the best possible outcome for Surrey residents, and it is now down to government to direct how they wish us to proceed. It is their decision, not ours, and we will continue to prepare to implement it. In the meantime, the vital work of this council continues day after day, serving the people of Surrey. We must ensure that the services this organisation provides are in great shape to pass on the baton to whatever authorities come next. In my time as leader, over the last 6.5 years, as has been mentioned, local government across the country has faced unprecedented challenges. COVID, an energy crisis, high inflation, multiple changes of government, squeezed public finances, more unpredictable climate changes, global instability. Councils delivering frontline services and often the bottom of the government's priority list have borne the brunt of many of the challenges, and Surrey is no different. However, while many councils have buckled under the pressure, made risky decisions, or lacked the stability or resilience to cope, Surrey County Council has a record to be proud of. Some opposition members may want to downplay this council and this county's achievements and attack hard-working members and council officers, but the facts speak for themselves. Our finances have been transformed to a point where we have delivered stable, balanced budgets year after year. Our core services are praised by inspectors. We have invested tens of millions of pounds in communities through Your Fund Surrey. We've moved the council headquarters back into Surrey and rationalised our operational estate. This track record was further commented and cemented this month when Ofsted delivered their judgment on our children's services. I'm sure members, you've had the opportunity to read the report, but I'll just remind you what they said, that the impact of leaders on social work practice with children and families is good. The experiences and progress of children who need help and protection, good. The experiences and progress of children in care, good. The experiences and progress of care leavers, good. And of course, overall effectiveness, good. The report goes on to state that leaders have been relentless and successful in their quest to improve the quality and consistency of social work practice in Surrey. Mr. Chairman, our dedicated staff have worked tirelessly to improve the service for Surrey's young people. I'm proud of their work, and indeed I hope the members will share that pride and join in me in expressing our thanks for their efforts. But it is not just in this area This council is seen as an exemplar in many core services. Our adult social care services have also been rated good by inspectors from the Care Quality Commission. They praised our focus on supporting people to live independent lives in their homes and communities. This was a significant achievement, particularly given our size, and our score of 70% is among the highest scores of councils inspected so far. More than 24,000 people in Surrey are receiving some form of support from adult social care. Inspectors found that staff were proud to work at Surrey County Council and were passionate about serving local people. That staff displayed empathy, respect, and a can-do attitude when carrying out assessments and reviews of people's care and support needs. That is the culture of this organisation. We care, we take responsibility, we work hard, and we deliver. Mr. Chairman, that culture is working, and that work will continue. Our services are good and getting better. We are held up as best practice in many areas. Our Director of Children's Services is the President of the Association of Directors of Children's Services. The DFE have confidence in us, and we are working with government on systemic change that can benefit the whole country. Our Chief Fire Officer is the Chair of the United Kingdom Rescue Organisation. Our Communications Service, our Finance Academy, our Economic Growth Team, our libraries, and Surrey County Council held up time and time again as national best practice. I will not stand by and allow some members to denigrate the work of this council and our officers who are achieving good and improving outcomes for the residents of Surrey, as well as contributing to the wider sector nationally. We know that there are areas of improvement to make. We will never stop looking for improvements and making sure we are better, more resilient, more sustainable, and adapting to change. But where there are improvements to make, we are making them. We need to identify what needs our focus. We are transparent with both members and the public, and we put in place robust plans to improve. SEND is an area often raised in this forum. Now let me be clear on this, because there is a lot of misinformation and at times I have to say willful misunderstanding around this important issue. Surrey has over 16,000 children with education, health and care plans, one of the highest numbers in the country. And we also support 25,000 other children in our schools. The vast majority of those children and their families are in high quality education and happy with their support. However, we know that the system is challenging. We know that there are families in this county and every other that are hugely frustrated with the system and are frankly not getting the support they feel they need for their children. As a parent or carer, I totally understand that you will fight for the best for your child. I will do the same. We are fully cognizant of the issues in the system. And as I said earlier, when we know there is a problem, we will do everything within our power to fix it. This council, our officers, this administration is dedicated to improving the lives and experiences of our residents. In September 2023, we identified issues with SEND and we invested an additional 15 million into a 3-year multi-agency recovery plan. Surrey's EHCP timeliness is now well above the national average and indeed over recent months reaching 90% of those assessments within the 20-week period. We have recruited more professionals in shortage areas like educational psychologists. We have built and are building new specialist school places in the county, investing over 211 million, improving specialist education in mainstream schools. We're expanding specialist school provision and creating new special free schools, adding 2,404 places for children with additional needs and disabilities. We're also improving existing facilities equivalent to 633 places. So we continue to review every single aspect of the SEND system within our control. We know that some families are yet to feel the benefits of this transformation, and we will never stop that work to improve. But the political campaigning on this issue isn't actually helping anybody. We must not undermine the work of the dedicated children's services staff or mislead the public with false information. I know there are still things we need to do to improve on locally, and that will continue to be an absolute priority. But I repeat my offer to our members of Parliament in particular to engage with us constructively, come and really understand how the system works, the things we're doing, the changes that are needed at a national level. I spoke to Zoe Franklin yesterday, and I'm pleased that both she and Rebecca Paul have agreed to coordinate a full session with our MPs as soon as we can get that in the diary. And I would urge all of our MPs to use your position to speak up for Surrey in Parliament, not to talk down a service that needs urgent national reform, and support this council and government to implement reforms that work for our children, their families, and indeed for all councils across the country. I have no doubt whatsoever that this is genuinely what we all want to achieve, and having a collective voice on what needs to be done to improve outcomes for everybody would be so much stronger. Another area of angst across the country, and in another area we are taking action, is the state of our roads, as Councillor O'Reilly has mentioned. Higher volumes of traffic, more utility works digging up infrastructure, wetter winter weather are all putting the UK's ageing road network under severe pressure. But again, here in Surrey, we have faced up to the problem and are doing everything in our power to improve it. We're making our highways more resilient, with over 100 roads and pavements resurfaced, and indeed 56,000 potholes filled over the last year. Indeed, over the past 5 years, 450 miles of road and 200 miles of pavements have been resurfaced. Even though we have topped up the government grant for highways by tens of millions every year on my watch, we desperately need significantly more funding from government. We've made it easier for residents to report and track pothole repairs with Fix My Street reporting tool, and that has an average repair time now of some 2.8 days. We've invested in new and emerging technologies to improve and quicken our repairs. Mr. Chairman, we are also tackling the scourge of utility companies relentlessly digging up our roads. 88 different utility works start every single day on Surrey's highways network, one of the highest numbers in the UK. While we recognise that work is necessary, it is negatively impacting our road users, and not enough consideration is given to our residents. We've established a street work task force with National Highways and major utility providers to drive better traffic management, better coordination, and better resident communication. Indeed, last month, we wrote yet again to the Department of Transport, calling for changes to systems and processes to reduce the negative impact of emergency utility works across the county. We have proposed further improvements in legislation to the Secretary of State, and we welcome the Transport Select Committee's inquiry into the impact of street works and the commitment we have now received from this government to involve Surrey in that piece of work. This is a £17 billion national problem that will only get bigger if we don't tackle one of the fundamental causes of the damage to our roads and get utility companies working hand in hand with us. Again, I would ask our members of Parliament to join us constructively in lobbying government. Mr. Chairman, I make no apology for reminding our residents and indeed our members just how much this council has delivered over the past 4 years, and indeed will continue to deliver. We're now over halfway in delivering 1.2 million new trees to enhance our green spaces and strengthen our climate resilience for future generations to come. We're improving our countryside to protect our iconic sites and increase accessibility, including at Box Hill and Basingstoke Canal. All 89,000 of Surrey's streetlights have now been converted to energy-efficient LEDs, saving millions of pounds of taxpayers' money every year, whilst also reducing carbon emissions. Half-price bus fares for young people. More on-demand bus services opening up access to our wonderful countryside. 88 zero-emission buses now operating on Surrey's roads. New safety road measures have been installed at 22 schools to make it safer for children to travel to school. Free cycling and walking training has been introduced for children. 3 million has been invested to tackle speeding, making our roads safer for all users. An extra 1.5 million was invested in grass cutting this year, starting earlier and delivering a better service for our residents. We're also investing in our infrastructure, ensuring the future of Surrey is a strong one and our services are built to last. We're investing in our town centres, making fundamental improvements in Farnham, Weybridge, Ewell Village, Hawley and Ashford. And indeed, we're redeveloping Lingfield and Reigate fire stations, modernising facilities for our firefighters and ensuring they meet the highest standards of safety, efficiency and sustainability, with Chobham and Godstone to come next. This is in addition to the £14.5 million invested into our training facilities and modern workplaces already at use across the county, including Guildford, Woking and Fallbridge, to name just a few. In addition, a £7 million investment in our fleet of fire engines enhances our ability to respond to emergencies and serve our communities. Over the past 5 years, we've introduced 14 brand new fire engines with 6 more currently being built. And we've also invested in cutting equipment for road traffic accidents, boats for flood incidents, and a range of tools and personal protective equipment to tackle wildfire incidents. These investments address the most significant risks within Surrey, ensuring that our fire and rescue service is well equipped to handle any emergency. We're also investing in our libraries and library hubs, increasing the offer for residents with state-of-the-art facilities in the heart of our communities, with more opportunities for learning, working, relaxing and connecting with others. And Mr. Chairman, we are investing in our communities, our grassroots, the heartbeat of Surrey. We've given local communities over £20 million over 45 different projects through the groundbreaking Your Fund Surrey programme, and indeed there is still more to come. All having a demonstrable and long-term impact on people's health and well-being and quality of life, providing a lasting legacy in towns and villages. Every corner of Surrey, every town and village, every service stepping up, working hard, improving and delivering every single day. Rated good, held up as best practice. Mr. Chairman, this council is a strong organisation full of talent and energy. We will continue that progress. We will end well, and we will pass on that strength to the new authorities in Surrey when the time comes. Thank you.